Rolling through the city while the spirits whisper low. Low blue vibes in the air, yeah, that magic on the floor. Prophet Lou on the mic, Hobo bringing in the fire. Dark secrets in the night, lighting souls to fly higher. With your candles burning bright, and the roots in the sack. They conjuring the real deal, never looking back. Got the bottle of the oil and the mojo bag tight. Like we talking about the hoodoo, we bringing truth to light. Like Hoodoo and Haints, we rockin' the scene. Spiritual journeys, you know what I mean. Hoodoo and Haints will never be tamed. With the power of the roots, you'll never be the same. Step into the shadow where the Haints come alive. Frequencies lurking deep. Yeah, you know we thrive. Got the stories of the lost, the spirits that remain. In the depths of the night, we embracing all the pain. Hobos with sharpest glass, spinning tail, feeling bold with the beats and the rhymes. How the mysteries unfold. Old school tradition, capturing the hearts, breaking down the barriers, tearing lives apart. Hoodoo and Haints, we rockin' the scene. Spiritual journeys, you know what I mean.
There we go. Wait, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Wait,
I was about to say, what happened?
Can you hear me though? No. Yes, I can. I don't know. Okay.
Yes. I was about to say, not again. It's always something.
It's always something.
It was okay. It was a quick little bounce back. We're here for it.
There. Okay. Whew. Coco, it's always something going on.
It's always something.
See, now
hey,
I hear like an echo. I hear like an echo with you. I don't listen.
Is it?
I don't think it's you though. I think it's me and the software because I had the same thing going on with Naomi this morning.
Yeah, I was about to say because I got the same setup as usual, same settings. I didn't touch anything.
I had a Windows update, and you know what that does? Tears everything up.
I think it just like resets all of your settings.
Yeah, I can't stand it. Like Windows is like, hey, would you like to update? And I want to kick my damn computer out the window every time.
I postpone mine every time I can, but then sometimes it'll just do it on its own, and I'm like, okay.
I know, and then it's like I never know what to actually check because who knows? Just whatever.
I feel like mine always updates like when I'm in a rush and I'm trying to get something done like right quick. It was like, please don't shut down your computer. I'm like,
listen, it's like now.
I wasn't trying to shut it down. I'm trying to get something done.
And then the crazy part is, like, I was like telling Naomi this morning, I'm like, listen, try this and try that. And it wasn't. And now I'm like, now I hear you. So apparently it's on my end. Sorry, Naomi. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. It is what it is.
Naomi about it.
Yeah, because, you know, Naomi's like much younger than me, like you are, and can't figure out technology at all. And I'm like, why?
It's usually the other way around, sir.
We're not gonna start this today. I'm already having a rough day, Coco. But hey, can I show you something? Check this out.
Yes, you know. Yes, of course.
There you go. Look.
Well, he got his bling on today, y'all. He got to be acting real different. It said ain't easy, but somebody got to do it. Okay, pinky's out. Pimp parade.
You know, it ain't easy. As the last true hoodoo elder in the South, You know, the king in the South.
The young elder.
I feel like an old man. I swear.
Well, I'm over here with the gray streak looking like a young elder for real. It's me.
Look, check this out. So
I'm gonna just own it at this point, young elder.
10 years ago, this street was like right here, and now it's not shifted. Yeah, it shifted. I didn't know it could do that, but it did. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Mine never shifted. It's been in the same place. It started in elementary school and it just got bigger and bigger.
Wait a minute, you had gray elementary?
I've been a young elder for a long time.
That's almighty.
It ain't easy, but somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to do it. You know, it is what it is. I mean, it literally is what it is, you know. Anyway, hopefully everybody is doing well this evening. Welcome to the Hoodoo and Haints Podcast, the very best spiritual podcast in all of. I mean, we're just better than everybody else. We are. Like, listen, people are like, well, what about yes? But even absolutely.
We don't get on in. None of that.
No little fingers here. No glitter. No glitter. No glitter.
No glitter.
Here. Okay.
No glitter.
But hey, what's up, QB 1974? Even though you're not green, it's still a safe space.
Absolutely.
It's still a safe space.
Always a safe space.
Yep. Well,
for the most part.
I beg to differ there. It's maybe not always.
For the most part.
But for the most part, we are a safe space where you can come on and learn some things spiritual and you know, just interact with like-minded individuals.
And get a good kiki in the process.
Right.
You know?
Now, we're not going to say because people will be like, oh, Prophet, thank you for creating this community where I could be myself. And I'm like, oh, pump your brakes. I need to know what yourself entails.
Hold on.
I need to know what yourself entails first before you can just let that flag fly. You know what I'm saying? But it'll be all right. It'll be all right. So, Coco, you've got some exciting news that needs to be shared with the world. I was waiting like the other day when you said, hey, it's going to launch. And I was like,
and then I didn't launch it because I said, oh, crap, it's a holiday weekend. Ain't nobody finna be paying attention to this. So I put it on pause.
Okay, but now we're here.
But now we're here. So I dropped the ebook yesterday. It's called,
There we go.
Yep, it's called Book Busy and Unbothered, and it is a guide for you to grow your clientele. So if you're in the beauty industry, no matter what you do, you can benefit from it. And I didn't write it with ChatGPT.
Now we're not gonna AI shame here, okay? We're not gonna AI shame.
Let's be for real. Most of these people be writing these books with ChatGPT and then selling it to you like they wrote it from experience. So I just had to make it very clear that that's not what's going on over here.
Right. Oh yeah. I mean, I absolutely agree. Mm-hmm. And when I saw your TikTok commercial, I was like, okay, sis, look at out here letting everybody know. Like, no, I wrote this straight off the dome.
Look, and trying to be professional because, you know, I watched it back. I said, ooh, you can hear my accent, but it wasn't too bad.
I don't know what's wrong with an accent. Listen, I don't know what's wrong with an accent. You know what's funny? I have to, a lot of the time, try to use the King's English. Shout out Liquid Black Poetry. Thank you for the super chat. I have to try to use the King's English when I talk to people because like them becauses will get long and drawn out.
Yes. And it's so easy to just fall back into your regular cuz.
Right.
And because I work for myself and I have been for so long, like I made the decision to stop code switching years ago. So like getting back into the King's English, like I actually have to really think about it now.
Look, it's so funny because people like, Prophet, I thought you were gonna do that. I'm finna. I'm finna. They're like, you what?
Finna.
Right.
Oh, I'm always finna.
Like fixing to. I'm fixing to. You know.
About to. Finna.
Yeah. All of them. But listen, y'all, make sure y'all go support our sister here. You know, Coco, post a link to where people can purchase your book. Now, what if I'm not in the beauty industry? Like, can I glean some tips?
It would still help you. Yeah, it would still help you. So the purpose of the guide was to get people away from relying solely on social media, because it's a million other people on social media trying to do the same thing you're doing, and it's flooded. You know, and now stuff like Instagram limits, like, because I used to send a lot of messages. Instagram limits how many messages you can send with the same exact thing, because they feel like you're a bot or you're spamming. So it's not as easy to get clients off social media. I will put.
I'm gonna give me a copy.
Get you a copy.
I am.
I'll send you a copy for free, because you always do so much for me.
I'm over here touching stuff, trying to get I'm over here touching stuff, trying to get this echo out. But I'm just going to we're just going to power through it, and then I'm going to figure it out. Because one thing, you know how I get mad at inanimate objects, and I will sit here and fiddle with these damn controls.
And be going off on the thing like it's a person for real.
And next thing you know, the show over.
Right.
There you go. If one of the moderators could do it, well, you're a moderator. You a mod.
I can't pin stuff though. You know that?
I got you.
Did you know that?
I got you.
I've never been able to pin stuff.
It's pinned now.
You have to change my permissions or something.
Look, I'll make you a managing moderator, so you can be a moderator's moderator.
There you go. The moderator's moderator.
The right.
You're not first or last. Love you guys.
I don't know what to do with my hands. But guess what? As the Hoodoo King of the South, I don't need to do anything with my hands. I have people that will do things with my hands for me. That don't even sound right. So, yeah.
That bad joke jar I was talking about last week, yeah.
We do need to start that. We do need to start that. Like, whenever I won't say a bad joke, but whenever a mildly inappropriate joke.
Pause. Anytime we have a pause joke.
But I still think they're funny. Like I will.
Hilarious.
Most men, we get older. We never grow up. I've said that all the time. We get older. We never grow up. So that's it.
And that's okay.
Coco, I don't think you were here the other live when I had my other necklace on. Like, I showed you a picture of it, but I don't think, were you?
I was on there.
Oh, listen, I got so many compliments. People sliding all in my DMs talking about how good I looked in all white. And I said, I'm gonna flip it on his head tonight. Tonight, I'm gonna be blacked out. But still blinging.
That's right.
Hey, look, we both have on. Look at us. Look at us. What's up, twin?
I always got on some jewelry. I never leave the house without something on.
Okay. I see you, twin. I see you.
Okay, twin.
Oh my God. So look.
So Atlanta.
Right. So about Annabelle, I'm so sick of this heifer. I don't know what to do.
She just doing what she want to do now.
That's the problem. This has got to be the most bipolar doll saga known to man. Yes. So are you aware that, okay, so we all know Annabelle left the Warrens Museum, where she and the demon that she holds safely contained. If anybody missed last week's podcast, thank you, Sim Simma, for the super chat. We appreciate you. So if anybody missed last week's podcast, we talked about the whole Annabelle saga. Okay. Annabelle is the doll made famous from the movies, but also even before the movies, the doll contains a demon. Okay. Let's just put it out there. The doll contains a demon. The Ed and Lorraine Warren captured the doll. They didn't capture the demon. We made that clear last week, okay? But they got the doll. They secured it inside a wooden cabinet, okay? There are symbols inscribed in the wood. There's a blessed tarot card on the front of it, and a priest, an actual priest, You know, not Reverend Dr. Feelgood from the Church of from the Church of the Solid Rock of the Bethlehem Methuselah and God We Pray Without Walls Church down the street.
Right.
You know, not the church in front of our good friend Glo's house. But
heavy on Without Walls.
You know, I'm not paying up if you try to lead me into the pause, okay? Because that one
I would have had to put money in the jar that time. It's okay.
Because that was
okay.
ridiculous.
I'm gonna be a team player when we do this jar. Okay.
You know, let's invite TikTok in here. Let's invite TikTok.
Yes. Oh, I thought you already had them in here.
No, I forgot them. Hold on.
Sorry, guys.
Right.
Well,
so
sorry.
There we go. So yeah. So Annabelle was taken out of there and brought on tour. Now, the crazy part about that is that has got to be like the blackest thing. You know, somebody died. Because, you know, Ed and Lorraine Warren both passed away. They went to the upper room and their kids were like, all right, let's make some money with Annabelle now.
Yeah, we're going to do whatever we want to do now.
Yeah,
it's
because
like the kids fighting over property and stuff like that at the end.
Right. And it was terrible. And so they're taking quite arguably one of the most haunted relics in history on a tour.
Right.
On a tour. And so they went to a prison where this thing, hey, thank you for the subscribing, where this thing could pick up more energy. And then they go to New Orleans, one of the most haunted places on the planet. Not in the States, but on the planet. You want to take Annabelle to New Orleans. And now is where our saga continues. How they gonna lose the doll?
Right.
How?
Well, somebody jumped in my comments under one of my videos on TikTok like, did you hear she's missing? I'm like, yeah. But is she really missing or they just lost her?
Can I be honest about what I think happened?
What do you think?
We talked about it last. I don't know. We talked about it on the podcast, but I think that makes no sense. I think I talked about it in a Discord chat with some folks when I said, if you are a part of the paranormal community, not necessarily spiritual, but the paranormal community, you know Ryan Buer. He had this show like 10 years ago, Penn State Paranormal, and you know, he was like up and coming. He was really young and he was doing big things. Well, he and Lorraine Warren were close, especially in her later years. They did a movie together, they would tour together, whatever, because I think as her stardom started to fade, it was like a cooperative thing. Because you know, people can be famous in the hood, but not famous anywhere else.
Yes.
So it got to a point where Lorraine Warren was famous in the paranormal community, but people had forgotten her because this was before all the Conjuring movies, which kind of brought them back out, right?
Okay.
But Ryan was famous because his show was on like Discovery Channel and everything. And so they kind of worked with each other. But unfortunately, Ryan developed a little bit of a habit.
Yes.
You know, he liked to smoke. Well, something a little more clear. And on Breaking Bad, it was blue.
I know, but you know, everybody's a crackhead to me.
Yeah, it don't matter. Everybody's crackhead. Yeah, crackhead. Yeah, so funny. Before the show started, me and Coco decided one of the main reasons why we don't smoke crack, besides the fact it's bad, is because, right, besides the fact it's just bad to do that, but because then we can't call anybody else a crackhead if we're smoking it.
Absolutely.
It loses some of the
It's my favorite pastime. Calling people crackheads and booing people. It's my favorite.
We're going to normalize bullying. Again, we're going to bring it back.
I just want to boo people all the time. Like when you just start talking and either it doesn't make sense or I just don't like what you said. Like, and I'm talking about in-person conversations. I'm going to just boo.
Are you like right in somebody's face? You about to boo them in their face, straight up in their face.
Boo.
What is wrong with you?
And I might do this every time just for added effect.
God, you know what? What's in that glass? I don't think that's water.
I don't have glass. I have a bottle of spring water.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
No
gin at
drinks
this
today.
point. At this point, I'm pretty sure that's gin.
I wish. And I'm fasting from the alcohol.
So, yeah, Ryan, and from all accounts, he's beat that demon. Okay, he's kicked that habit or whatever. But you know how people. True, but we're not no shaming, because I kicked the bottle myself. I understand.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, so you decide to take Annabelle. And this is something that a lot of people don't understand. They did not capture that demon. That demon willingly decided to go and dwell inside that doll. And they just happened to scoop it up. Like if you're trying to catch a cat and the cat, you can't catch it, but the cat run in a box. So you pick the box up. You're like, I got you. Like the cat ran in the box on its own. You didn't trap it. That's Annabelle, and like that's the demon and that doll. It just ran in there. It just ran in there. And so they've caught it. And now they're letting it out.
Lord.
They're letting it out. They're letting people take selfies with the thing with the door open.
And that just doesn't make sense.
No, not at all. Something that the Warrens.
It's the touching shit.
Yeah, not even like the good way in which I figure out technology in my advanced age. But no, it's just
you
touch
just always have to go back to that.
Yeah, if people know that I'm really, really old, then it sets the bar low as far as their expectations. Yeah, it sets the bar really low. So if like I go out and I beat somebody in a foot race, they're like, wow, look what Prophet did. Man, he still got it,
Lies.
Oh man, still spry. But see that's the thing. Okay, you got this doll that is out. Then it gets lost. Right.
Why are we doing it at the same time?
because we know that.
I don't believe it got.
We know that boy traded that doll off to somebody for a couple of rocks.
Not a rental, right? Rental.
Just like when people over on MLK will trade they will rent their car out for like 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
We call those
J rides.
J rides. Listen. And that's the crazy part. Now, of course, I'm saying
like
this all in fun. I'm saying this all in fun. Don't sue me for libel, Ryan. These jokes, but are they though? Because how do you lose something like that? I don't think she was lost. I don't think she went away. Spiritually, I think she was on a loan. And then guess what? She was found. And guess what? She was found. Did you read this?
I did not. Where was she found?
Back home, Coco.
In the case? Okay. I did see that. I didn't know that's where they found her though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So Ed and Lorraine, when they died, well, Ed went first, then Lorraine. But in the wills, they were like, listen, we have people in place. There's a dowry fund to pay them to come take care of Annabelle. And they come and they do all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. Right? Do all that and take care of her. Okay. So dude is with his selfie. He's like, Annabelle is right here. She's cool. She's right here. So now here's another wrinkle. I forgot to message you. The other wrinkle is this. Within the spiritual community, Ryan, guess what Ryan is known for? Scamming. Besides that.
I mean, that's the obvious.
Besides that, he's known for scamming.
Scam likely.
He has
Lord.
Put several.
This just get worse and worse, don't it?
It does, because he put several paranormal events together, collected all this money, and then ran off on the plug.
Rip the people off.
And
Not
people were
ran
like,
off on the plug twice.
listen, people were like, okay, so we're here. We want to show up. Like, where do we go? They're calling the event, and the events were like, he got his deposit back. The venue's like, he's got his deposit back, and that's when he was like,
And that's so crazy.
let everybody know that he he's on stuff. He's like,
Scammy.
why am I getting the echo now?
Scammy. Again?
Wait. Okay, now it's done.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Ever.
yeah, that was so weird. So yeah, that's what he did. He just came out and told everyone, hey, I'm sorry. I like to smoke. My bad. I'm going to seek counseling, seek treatment, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, he's done that. And so the Warren camp is officially hush hush on whether or not that was the real Annabelle that they've been touring with this entire time.
Let me find out he done went to toysrus.com and got a Raggedy Ann doll.
Right.
Ooh,
Right.
the nigga tree.
It's powerful. It's powerful because the thing is, he was gone, and there are people coming out of the woodwork saying Ryan has scammed me before. And he just came out. He
just his thing.
He just reappeared from nowhere with the TikTok, and I knew it was his official TikTok because it was a new one, and it only had like maybe 200 followers or whatever,
Right.
And he was looking haggard. But I mean, when you when
That's
you've
to
been
be expected.
when you've been fighting that Breaking Bad demon, listen, don't nobody come away from that thing looking young and spry.
You don't be shriveled up, your teeth be messed up, fingernails look crazy. Yeah, you ain't.
Yeah, you're not coming out that thing like okay.
Have whole craters in your skin.
Hey, congrats to everyone who fought that battle because it's a hard one.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one. But yeah, no one knows whether or not this entire time were you looking at Michael or was it Tito or was it Jermaine dressed up the whole time?
It was one of them.
Right.
Somebody to put their white makeup on to my head.
Right. It was the dude from that
a
movie.
wig.
Listen, did you see? We always get sidetracked. Look, our ADD be kicking in hard whenever we get on this. Yeah. Did you see that Michael? You see that Michael Jackson movie where he had a British accent the whole damn movie?
Nah, I missed this one.
Oh my gosh!
I stopped watching Michael Jackson movies when they let Flex be the Michael Jackson. I was done with it then. Lifetime had pissed me off.
Who has anyone seen that movie? That Michael Jackson movie? It came out in the last like 5 years, I want to say.
He had a British accent.
Yes.
They always give Michael Jackson like Tubi level movies. And I'm just like, for it to be Michael Jackson, like, I'm not understanding why this keeps happening.
Well, see, now I've got to find it. Because, he had a British accent, and it was told from the point of view of, like, one of his bodyguards nearing the end of his life. There's a dude named Bill. He's like, Bill, where are my children? Where are my children, Bill? And I'm like, I don't think Mike sounded like that. I don't think he sounded like that.
And if he yelling, that definitely wasn't Mike. Mike don't be yelling. He be whispering.
You don't know that.
Mike, tone it down a little bit.
Mike could have been a straight up pimp, and we don't know. We don't know. Shout out my goddaughter, Nancy, in the chat. Nancy was talking about Ryan, said, damn, he's a Crystal Methodist. Wow.
That's messed up.
Wow.
It's so messed up.
What's wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? So the crazy part
I
is,
like this. Nancy is my kind of people.
Listen, the spiritual community has latched on to this whole Annabelle thing, and it has caused such an uproar and so many shenanigans that it's gone crazy. Listen, there was, and I think somebody shared this in Discord, a video of a lady who swears that Annabelle reached out to her personally through her sentient AI. So the lady has sentient AI, and Annabelle reached out to her to say that I am just a misunderstood redhead.
It came through on there and it said, "These nuts." Got him. It definitely did not say,
I'm a misunderstood
redhead. Nobody
Like
said that.
I don't understand. Like there's got to come a point when someone in the chat said delusional. Absolutely, there's got to come a point in the chat.
100%.
We've got to realize that the spiritual community can be a very odd landscape.
Yeah,
a very odd landscape.
This reminds me of when you said somebody reached out to you and said that your ancestors spoke to them to talk to you, and I was just like, they picked you. This like the same thing.
It's the same.
Like, who is she that Annabelle would be like, I'm just gonna pick?
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
Who is she?
Nobody. I have no idea.
Okay.
But see, that's the thing. People have to. Unfortunately, and we've spoken about this so much, the spiritual community has become a place where those who cannot be a big fish in a big pond find a smaller pond in order to attempt to be a big fish. And there's no smaller community than the alt spiritual community. And I say alt spiritual community because, you got the big three: Christianity, Judaism, Islam. You got the big three. And then you've got the alt spirituality, Wiccan, Orisha, stuff like that, right? And so people will go to these communities and read a couple of books, and then they'll answer all the questions that newbies, even though they're new themselves, will post,
right,
just so they can get people in their DMs, right? Just so they can get people in their DMs. They don't care about money yet. In the beginning, it's never really being driven by money. A lot of times it's the attention. People want attention because you can be a bufferilla, but if you dress up in white and have a bunch of beads and say Papa Legba, then you're gonna have like
accent. You gotta say it with an accent.
People will slide into your DMs.
It's the people sliding into my DMs on TikTok because you don't have no message for me.
Nobody slides into my DMs. I understand.
It's always
ruggedly handsome.
I noticed something about you. I have a message for you. What's your zodiac sign? You have a message for me and you don't know my zodiac sign? Oh, okay.
How? Did no one not hear me use the word bufferilla? Like I don't get anything. Like I said bufferilla. Like nothing? No? Nothing? Okay. What's up, Kato?
Look, and he been saving that joke to y'all. He just, I'm gonna use this on the live today.
I'm like, boy, this gonna be fire.
I'm gonna kill him with this one.
Look, I'm sitting here and I have the button ready, like
I pulled a
you on you, dream killer. Nothing. Dream killer.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna laugh at the next one.
Yeah, I have lost all trust and faith in you, Coco. But
listen, okay, I've already lost trust in you because you stay putting me on blast, throwing me on the bus. The lies don't be caring who tell it, but it's okay.
What are you talking about?
The same,
I am always supportive. You get that brotherly protectiveness.
I also get the brotherly bullying too, though.
Absolutely. Gotta make you strong.
It's okay because you get your fair share too.
The thing is, Coco, I'm so much older than you that eventually I'm not going to be here. So I've got to make sure that you're able to just take care of yourself when I go to
we have to make the most of this time
with Jesus. Yeah, we got to make the most of this time, Coco.
That's right. Yes.
Oh gosh. So we did beta testing on the website today. We had a couple of glitches.
How did that go? I missed it. I was driving home.
So things are good. Everything for everyone who will listen to this later on. Then my entire purpose. It's old brother, this guy stinks. My entire purpose is to have everything under one roof, right? Everything under one roof. So the webinars, the live streams, everything's going to be up under one roof. Webinars there. And there'll be no more of you guys having to keep track of a bunch of links, right? Once you've gotten a webinar, it will like be in a folder on the site. So all your webinars will be saved to your account. So it's no more having to look back for links, and I don't have to mail out links. Everything will be saved to your account. There'll be full-on courses. So the tests went great. I looked at the playback of the mock webinar we had today, and I think I selected the wrong microphone. But other than that, good to go. I think our July webinar, our July webinar is going to be on the site.
Let me just say that. I'm just proud of you.
My flowers.
The site looks so clean.
Shout out, Naomi.
Shout out, Naomi. Naomi helped you with the website. See?
Naomi did the website. She designed the website.
Shout out to her.
I just said, here's my vision. And she did the rest of it. She did the rest of it. You know, and when I said no one climbs into my DM, I don't want people sliding into my DMs. My DMs are closed. They are closed. Just like the text line is closed.
The old crew was out of pocket in the DM.
Look, that's just TikTok they're wild. They're wild. Speaking of which, I forgot to bring them in here. Hold on. There we go.
Still?
There we go. TikTok is on the way. So yeah, TikTok is wild. They are wild. You know, they have a different energy. And it took me some time to appreciate TikTok's energy. Like it absolutely did. Because before, you know, I've been streaming and I've been here on YouTube for a long time. Right? For a long time.
Yes.
And I know y'all know me. But TikTok, they were new people. And so I was like, okay, no hi. You just fall in and just start asking a million questions. Like, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But hey, it is what it is. Welcome, Eva. Thank you for being a subscriber. So we have a question in the chat, Coco. Someone says, do you think spirits can duplicate money? That's a big old hairy no. That's a big old hairy no. Mm-mm.
I was unprepared for that question because if they can, where are they duplicating it and how are they using it, or who are they giving it to? How are they getting it to them? That's my question.
Okay. Because think about this.
Spirit money printer. I guess I'm trying to figure out what they're really asking. I'm not like trying. I'm just always naturally funny. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to be funny, but
yeah, you know, I took nothing from it.
I wasn't trying to be funny, but
I think people forget that spirits don't need money. Like they don't need money. And
Walmart.
Right. And you know, and that brings into question the whole ancestor money thing. Says, tell the truth. Tell the truth. You ever burned ancestor money?
Once. I ain't gonna lie. Once. Just once.
Okay.
And I was just like, this doesn't really appeal to me because, you know, a lot of the ancestor money, like, well, I had the gold one and, you know, it's covered in plastic. I didn't like the whole melting situation. So I just left it alone. Okay.
Even I said, okay, well, maybe it's something to it. Let's see. But like you said, it didn't feel right. Okay. Right. Never mind the fact no one ever taught me about ancestor money. And to be honest, this wasn't even like an internet thing. I went to the Beaufort Highway flea market. You know, that big one right off 285. And I went in there and there was stacks of it. And so then I Googled, I'm like, right. And
Beaufort
I Googled,
Highway
I'm like, okay.
loaded with them.
Yeah. Buford Highway is like little,
That's their territory.
Big Trouble in Little China. And it's like, and the other half is like, Little Havana.
Yeah.
So I saw and I burned it. And honestly, my spirit's like, what you doing? I'm like, I don't even know. Because I'm thinking, I'm burning money for what reason? Because, our ancestors, the spirits that walk with us are kind of like, when Big Mama walk in the kitchen, when you call yourself trying to cook and she lean over your shoulder to me, what you doing? Because you're doing something crazy.
To get out her kitchen.
Get out the kitchen.
in her playing, get out my kitchen.
And I'm like, so supposedly I burned this money and then it reappears in the spirit realm for you. And spirit's like, what the hell I'm gonna do with money? Like it ain't no spirit Walmart. Like it ain't no spirit Amazon.
I don't know. I guess my question was like, just what was the thought process as far as like the money being delivered to somebody, or like how exactly are they visualizing it being duplicated when they ask the question? Like, what are they using to duplicate it?
That is above me now. That is above me now.
We have spirits making counterfeit, or like
Coco. That was like 2 weeks ago.
No, it wasn't. Just saying. I'm just trying to figure out the point of the question, because I still was kind of lost. Like even with you saying that spirits don't need it, I'm still trying to figure out like, so what are y'all actually asking?
No, I'm thinking. I think that the caller, like we on the radio. I think the purpose of the question was like, if I put $10 on this ancestor altar, can I come back and there's a 20 there?
Like it just appears out of nowhere.
Right. And see, Brock like in the chat said, Brock said the spirit's trying to get you a counterfeiting charge. Like, right. That's what I'm like, that's not a thing that they can do. Because at its core, magic does not manifest and it doesn't create. There's no something out of thin air. Like only the Most High can do that. Right? Like, it's no Kaya Laboka shot. Woo! I put down this 5 and I came back. And there's a fresh, crispy, big face 100.
Look, like, and the way I pictured it, how like kids be trying to peek and wait till Santa Claus get there or whatever on Christmas. I just could see myself right now putting some money on my altar and then all night.
Look, you would, could you imagine
see where it's coming from?
The way somebody would probably poop themselves if they saw a ghost come up in there and swapping some money.
And drop some money, right?
I would. It'd be the damn Rock dressed as the Tooth Fairy and it like the movie
I'm
again.
Telling you, with the wings and everything.
Right. It's not about to happen. That's just not something that is done in any spiritual tradition, especially ours. And we don't burn ancestor money, y'all, because that's just not something we do. I mean, we just don't. That's part of like the Chinese culture.
Right. And while they can't duplicate it, they can't help you draw more.
Right. Now, the crazy part is
duplicating in my brain.
Yeah, as long as it's in my hands.
I feel like my altar is like a money printer. So, it just.
You make all the money. Yeah, you make all the money. Saint Coco did. Remember, like, what was that, a year? Dang, you've been around forever, Coco.
I feel like it.
You've been around forever. Like, remember, we were all calling you Saint Coco De Niro.
Yes.
And then Brock was like, I'm going to set up an altar to Saint Coco De Niro.
Because I told y'all I was going to get, do you remember I said I was going to get some screen printed candles? That was the fun.
Look, and then people would buy them.
Just be passing them out. We're going to put them on Prophet's website.
Look, I would show. Listen, we'll have a
saint. So
Saint Expedite is not a real saint, not a real spirit either. So we can absolutely do it.
If he can, why can't I?
You absolutely can.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, you absolutely can. Shoot, go for it. But yeah, and the funny thing is people latch on to the ancestor money, but in the Asian traditions, they have like ancestor houses, cars. I mean, it's they actually do believe like, okay, the ancestral realm is a mirror image. So if I burn it here, I'm giving gifts to them. That was not us.
Right.
Our big mama is looking from the ancestor altar, not from an ugly doll that you spent $300 on, but from the
Yeah.
ancestor altar. Talking about, I wish you would come here and ask me for money, and I just saw you over there burning up that money. Do not.
Because clearly
Do
you
not.
don't need it if you had some to burn.
If you can burn it up, you don't need it. Absolutely not.
Sound like you
Absolutely
ain't got
not.
no respect for it. Or at least that's how they looking at it.
Right. And see, that's why burning ancestor money makes so many people broke. And then they're sitting there like, my workings are backfiring. You ticking your ancestors off because they're like,
Yeah.
you out here burning money and then come here and beg for money. What, you got to be a new fool.
Sound confused.
Yeah.
You doing one thing and asking for the other.
Right. It's all about alignment. And people are never in alignment when they do workings. They're never in alignment when they do work. They'll sit there. be doing.
You couldn't even get it out.
I couldn't, because people will do a love work and they'll ask me for a love spell, and then I'll pull a couple of cards just to see what energy they working with, and I'm like, it's very rarely is it actually love. A lot of times it's anxiety, thirstiness, and some people just want the person to come back so they can be mean to them.
Like whoever that was, you made a video, and I'm like, so you did all of that just to prove that you could just get him back? I'm gonna show him. Oh, I get you back if I really wanted you, and then just cut him off.
Yeah. Listen, okay, I wish, Coco, there are so many times that either people would have me do a love working for them, or they ask me how to do it, and I'll show them how to do one. And then they'll say, okay, so Prof, I did something. And I'm like, what? Because I'm already got my spider sense up, right? Like, okay, you gonna get mad at me? And I said, probably. Because I'm already feeling the energy, right?
You already said it,
right? And then they're like, I blocked him. Is that gonna mess the work up if I block him? I'm like,
how you gonna reach you?
Right. So that is actually a common
so
thing.
It ain't even that the working ain't working. You are blocking it.
You blocking them. Like, we actually blocked them all over social media, everywhere.
Right.
And then I did the working. This one lady did that. I did the working for her.
Okay.
And dude came around. I guess she didn't like the conversation, so she blocked him after he left.
Okay.
On everything, right? And then she told me about that. I fussed at her, made her unblock him. But before she even had a chance to unblock him, he sent message through her daughter, hey, please have your mama call me. I said, well, did you call him back?
No.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Right.
And that's like, crazy.
Why? Yeah.
They remind me, have you seen those videos on like TikTok and Instagram where the dude is talking about how him and the lady broke up, but he still be showing up to all his stepson stuff? So like they had a video of him like walking through the graduation, talking about when you and your girl broke up, but you still show up to her son's graduation. So he done showed up with gifts and everything. And then I guess it's supposed to be the mom recording. He turns around to the camera. He's like, like, yeah, I'm still here. I'm still showing up. Mm-hmm.
But why though?
He said, have your mama call me.
Yeah,
he said, I'm reaching out the best way I know.
Right. Like that's
that
all
ain't
I know.
The work working. I don't know what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
By any means necessary.
But still, she would not reciprocate the energy, but would come ask me what I thought about it. And I'm like, how about Coco? That right there is why I got my life coaching certification. And I promise this is not a commercial. This was not a commercial. But I got my life coaching certification because I'm like, listen, I'm retired. But if I ever thought of coming out of retirement,
kind of.
Right. if I ever thought of coming out of retirement to do a love spell for somebody other than you, they would have to go through like a couple of weeks of coaching. Listen,
I know that's right.
I got so tired of wasting a good working on people that were not emotionally ready for a relationship.
And you know what? Now that you said that though, I don't let your work go in vain. Let me just tell you. So, I'm always in trouble. I'm always in trouble. But, I got myself out the doghouse, but I've been blocked for months on Instagram. Let's just start there because we had an argument and I said something about, oh, but you go on Instagram and you can't text me back. I've been blocked ever since.
Why do y'all?
I checked today. I am unblocked and I don't know why. I haven't said anything about it. The sugar jar is doing what the sugar jar does. Okay.
Coco, the thing is, you've been around long enough. You know enough workings on your own. On your own. My stuff just got the ball rolling a little bit. Just got the ball rolling. Then every so often I'll pull a couple of cards and be like, oh, Coco. I have some friends. I have some friends that I will pull cards on them and I will text them like, listen, I'm so tired of look, I have this one friend who has probably the worst mouth in all of mouthdom. I'm talking about, we'll fight everybody. I'm talking about
aggressive.
Yeah, like not passive aggressive. Everybody can get the smoke. Men, women, little kids, dogs, don't matter. Yeah. Will fight a bird. And who would fight a bird?
People like that.
And so, but in all honesty, it comes from, I mean, they have like the best heart in the world.
Yeah.
And it's often like my little sister is like that, will come across as being very mean, but having grown up with her, I know she's very sensitive. And so over time, sensitive people grow a tough shell. Like, I'm going to get you before you get me.
Right.
And so I was like, look, I'm tired of doggone having to deflect all these missiles coming at you like Serena Williams. I'm like back over the net.
I feel like our siblings set us up to have to do that, though.
Yeah,
people set you up for that.
I'm the oldest, so yeah, always. And when you're the oldest male,
my sister is older than me, but she's not a fighter, so she'll start stuff and then be like, "My sister crazy. Don't put me in it. Don't put me in it." I've gotten this far without having a record, and I done put my hands on some people. I got this far without having a record. Please don't pull me in.
You're the reason why
9 times out of 10 you started it.
Look, you're the reason why sometimes you can drive down MLK and you see like tracks of hair in the road. I'm like, Coco done got another one.
Me first. You got to catch me first.
No, I'm talking. You done pulled the hair out of somebody. And
I know. And then got on about my business. That's why I say you got to catch me first. Telling you, you just never know. Sometimes you have to do that.
What up, Black Cat?
Deserving.
Want to hop on Warzone after the show is over? Because, speaking of which, Coco, look at the time. Technically, we have like 7 minutes, 6 minutes, technically. But
you know what I thought of when you said that? Oops,
what?
I'm out of time. My bacon's smelling fine.
What is from? Oh, God.
You know what that's from, right?
No.
Oh, my God. Okay. I'm going to send you the clip.
Okay.
You're gonna die laughing. You don't know about one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish?
The Dr. Seuss book?
Lord. No. It was on what is that? Don't Be a Menace. I'm gonna send it to you.
You know my old man. Lord. But yeah, look,
you old, so y'all you're not too old to know what that is.
Look, y'all don't know. I told Coco, I said we about to speed run this podcast because I have rats on, and I'm like, listen, I gotta. Oh, my bad. Tika over on TikTok asked, "Do you ever take people out of the jar?" Absolutely. Yep, I absolutely take people out of the jar.
Stay in there.
Yeah, honestly, I found is this it? Yeah. Coco, this is a sweetening jar that I did probably 7 years ago.
Tiny.
Yeah. So this was like some old syrup. This is like pancake syrup from a restaurant. And I saved the jar. When you start doing this for a while, look, you just collect little jars. And so I don't even know who was in here, but I'm like, this is my thinking. For me to put you in a jar, you had to have been a problem, right? And the fact that I don't remember who you were means that this little son bitch worked. And I'm not about to open it. One, because it probably smell all be damned if I open this.
Probably.
And two,
that's why I've never opened none of my jars.
Look at this. And I better shake it back up just in case they think about coming back around. Being weird. Like, nope. Mm-mm. So what we're going to talk about next week, I have an idea. And no, it's not reading. It's not a gimmick.
Roll with these ideas lately. Go for it. What is it?
I found, because I'm on this whole paranormal thing, right? Talking to the spirit box or whatever.
I like it.
There is a house. And what made me think of it, the person on TikTok right there, Main Blessing. Brock, thank you for the super chat. P-Rock came through.
I had to give my friend the snaps.
Yeah, thank you, Rock. Appreciate it. But see, Main Blessing, there is a haunted house in Maine. And there's a YouTube channel called The Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. And this house is straight up. Hold on.
Okay.
When I tell you, this is probably one of the most
bad thing.
Okay,
all right. I was trying to wait on you to get it out.
Ever. Hold on.
Stop mid-sentence.
Listen, I'm getting chills. Because this dude caught full-bodied apparitions in his house. Yeah, like the skin on my my head is crawling. I mean, he walks in and the dude is just standing there. He walks out, he's gone. He walks in and he's like, it's in the window again, and you see the ghost jump out the window. There's disembodied voices. There's just a lot going on. And so I honestly,
they caught this stuff on camera, or you just hear it?
No, hold on. I'm gonna try to get it for you. Hold on. I'm trying to get it for you.
Because after you set me up with that Dybbuk box movie, I don't know if I trust you to tell me stuff to watch anymore. Because I was watching that thing like, please don't open it. Please don't open it. Okay, guys, I'm getting ready to open it. It's like, bro.
Well,
at the end of that, he was like a zombie.
Yeah, Dybbuk boxes, and I have a Dybbuk box.
I know, and I want you to completely seal it up.
I know, right? Hold on, let me. Okay, here we go. Now, I think I set up a screen share.
Okay.
Hold on. No, wrong screen.
He's so tech savvy, y'all.
I hate you.
So tech savvy. He got it. He gonna figure it out.
Of course. I'm about it. I got this. Watch this.
I couldn't wait.
Blow it up. Blow it up. Here we go. Now let's try this again. There we go. You know what? We may need to watch this on Kick, because YouTube can be funny. And let's watch this on Kick, because I don't want to.
This is more like this.
I don't want to get a copyright strike.
That's on brand for our Kick channel. Anyway,
yes. Yeah. We're gonna watch this on Kick, because, like I said,
stuff we do over there anyway.
I don't want a copyright strike. But anyway, look at the time. 1 hour and 4 seconds. So it's time to go.
And 4 seconds.
It's time to go.
You got a timer set over there?
No, it's right there. It's right there at the bottom of my screen. So if Noonie lets me, because Noonie did not let me last night. I told everybody, I was like, yo, if Noonie lets me, I'm gonna hop on Kick. And Noonie was like, that's gonna be a big old no.
Yeah, the one day I said I'm definitely gonna stay up and get on Kick. Then you were like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to Kick tonight, y'all. So,
listen, that little girl is like, look, she's like a college student. I never know if she's gonna take it on in early or she's gonna party to 1 o'clock.
And that's okay.
I guess.
And that's okay. She ain't got no school to be at in the morning. Oh my God. Yesterday was my last day waking up early to take my child to school.
Oh, congratulations. So congratulations.
God
all the time. All the time. And all the time. God is good. Yes.
Took the wheel and drove fast. You hear me?
Listen. Congratulations.
I get some real Amen.
Congratulations to you. Okay. I'm about to go feed these snakes. Anybody have any enemies you want me to feed to the snakes? You know, I've got quite a few. Got to go put them in some hot water, warm these rats up, and give them to them. And they're gonna be like, yum. And hopefully,
I have somebody.
Hopefully, the two that I have, that I was trying to breed, don't try to eat each other again like they did earlier.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. That I was telling everybody in the webinar. Okay, so I have these 2 snakes that I've been trying to breed, and because their babies would be expensive, right? But I've been thawing rats all day long, and I have them in the cage together. And so I'm going to get rats. I hear, do. And I'm like, what the hell? Because there shouldn't be no do in this house. Right. And I go back there. Well, they got each other by the mouth. I said, oh, Lord. And so all I had was Febreze, Coco. I'm spraying them with Febreze.
Like they roaches.
Right. To get them to turn loose. And then I'm like, I got them to turn loose. Then I ran back over here and to get on the webinar. And my sister asked me something. I forgot what it was, but I wasn't in the mood to hear because I was just battling snakes. I'm smelling like Febreze. And then I got to hop on the webinar and I can't never find my stuff because Noonie.
Febreze was it?
It was the extra strong pet one. So you know. You can smell me coming from a mile away.
Smelling like laundry.
Right.
So he just sprayed it. He definitely didn't wash that. He had that on all day.
So I'm like, golly, this is ridiculous here. It's ridiculous. So I'm about to get off of here. I'm going to do a candle stream this weekend, y'all. Because people been asking. We're going to do a candle stream this weekend.
And I'm going to get on to make sure y'all don't wear him out.
Yeah, they be knocking the dog dookie out of me. But before that, okay, we're gonna do something. Oh, what do we say the June webinar is going to be on?
I ran a poll. What the June webinar was going to be.
I forgot. Was it going to be on money?
No, that's my favorite.
Listen, I forgot. I may push it to the first week of July. No, I know my people. I can't hold nothing on the first week of nothing, especially July, because 1, the money already accounted for, and 2, the 4th of July coming up. Absolutely not.
Hey, you know, I party all July long, so.
Right. I figured out.
It's definitely smelling like cancer season around here. It's coming. It's on the way.
Yay.
I'm gonna let my boyfriend have his little Gemini season, but it's definitely smelling like cancer season.
Once Pisces season is over, I stop paying attention. Because the rest of the year don't matter. The rest of the year matters not. Matters not.
Well, that's the end of this live, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us for the Hoodoo and Haints Podcast, the very best in spiritual podcast. I know this is a show pretty much about nothing, but you guys enjoyed it anyway, and we appreciate it. Special shouts out go to Brother Gohan with the gifted membership. Liquid Black Poetry Lounge. Thank you for becoming a channel member. Oh, probably from from Gohan's gifted membership. Oh, and thank you for the super chat. If you're still in there, you said you found a dead catfish in your yard the day before your birthday. That was probably because a cat drug it there. There's no spiritual significance to that. Simma, thank you for the super chat. And my man Brock, thank you as well. And
all the super chats.
Yeah, no one made the Cash App sing, but that's okay. We appreciate you because y'all could have been anywhere and y'all decided to be here and hang out with us. So we thank you kindly. Coco, you got anything before we leave?
Nope. But if y'all are interested in my ebook, and there are also a couple of other materials on there. The link is pinned, you know.
Yep, the link is pinned to the top of the chat on YouTube because we're multi-streaming. So y'all come over here to YouTube, look at the chat, and you can. Matter of fact, I think I can copy and paste it everywhere else. Hold on, let me try that.
Yes, or y'all can go to my TikTok. I have enough followers now, so I got a clickable link in my bio. You know what I'm saying? So
I got enough followers now. I can do it.
My bio. I can do it. Yeah, no, I'm the same on all the platforms. It's Coco Scissorhands everywhere, spelled the same.
With the Z.
Yes, with the
Coco
Z.
Scissorhands with the Z. But thank y'all so much. If you have podcast ideas that you would like for us to cover, feel free to submit them. And also, if you would like to advertise, we are on every major podcasting platform. We are on YouTube. Obviously YouTube, where we do our videos, but the audio portion, we are on Spotify, we are on iHeartRadio, we're on Apple Podcasts, and we're on Google Podcasts. Podchaser and Podcast Addict. We are everywhere. So if you like to advertise your business within reason, you starting the Adam and Eve type business, well, we still advertise you. Don't even worry. Come on.
Absolutely.
Hey, if the money's there, we don't care.
Absolutely.
That's our new motto. Yeah. that's our new motto. All right, y'all have a good one.
I don't tell my business, but I might support you. You just never know. You started it. You started it.
If anyone was offended by Coco's salty language, okay, I promise next week we will give
Why was that the business example you picked in the first place? You started it.
Because Micah is always trying to get me to start a naughty line. A 1-800 naughty line. Okay. And I will. I'm just not advertising it.
To say about it.
I told everybody else, I'll start the line for the fellas who want to talk to the spiritual ladies behind the scenes. Absolutely. 1-800. Absolutely. Just make sure y'all I don't know. Y'all advertise it. I ain't advertising. Come with
your funds ready, That's all.
Oh my gosh. But on that note, I'm out of here. Coco, you got some followers or some follows. That's absolutely amazing. But yeah, absolutely. Thank y'all, so look at Sherry in the chat. They're gonna be dirty, dirty girls. y'all make it. Yeah, come on and advertise. Hey, we got you. And y'all have a good one. I have an idea for next week. It's gonna be good. And maybe even a special guest. That's not Fleece Johnson. But maybe. All right. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good one. We out of here. Look, when I saw you do that on your commercial, I was like, that's your trademark, Coco.
Yes, it is. I gotta do it for the millennials.